Hello everyone, welcome one and all. Hopefully you all are doing great. Okay. I think we got something going here. I think we're alright. I think we've got a working prototype of sorts, unless this thing will... No, it's doing. Okay. Hey everybody, welcome Top Hat, welcome Nepile, welcome Elmo, welcome Ani. I'm so sorry for the delay. I'm so sorry I was going to stream at 10 like normal, but I was going to hopefully, because my parents were like, well, we're going off on a small vacation, see us off in the morning. I'm like, yeah, I'm up well before then. I usually stream early in the morning, so I'll, well, not early in the morning, but mid-morning. Oh, god damn it, Baritone, why? Why are you stupid, Baritone? Why? Oh, it's trying to pillar up. No wonder. Fucking retard program. Oh my god. Anyway, and so I was like, well, I'll be there. I can afford to see them off. What's it hurt me, God. Oh well, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's fine. It's all good. So, did anything happen this weekend? I don't know. Is there any sort of historical events that may have occurred over the course of the last 48 hours? Hell if I know, man. All I know is I've been doing great work with my stone and my blocks and all of this baritone and all of this crap. Like, that's actually really neat. Oh, fucking hell, it fell down to the ground. Oh my god, this is so annoying. But yeah, I've been more or less glued to this, and there may or may not have been a little incident over the last set amount of time. Hey Omak, welcome. Hey Faxax, a dupe. Yeah, I bet. Hey Snux, welcome. So there may or may not have been an assassination attempt on a widely known political figure. Like, holy fucking shit, can you believe that? I'm not, like, surprised it happened. It's really funny, like, if you know me or have me listed on Discord, or you have me friended on Discord, or you're in a Discord with me. Come on, you stupid piece of shit. Place the blocks in the order you're supposed to. There we go. If you are in any way aware of my Discord status right now, oh my fucking god, why is this... I hate baritone. I fucking hate you, baritone. Anyway, if you were aware, even passingly, I'm just going to ignore baritone. You will know that my my lovely my profile says high velocity lead poisoning, and that's because I had a talk with Alpha about 2-3 weeks ago, and Alpha was like, Jack, I'm genuinely worried they might try something. They might try to attack Trump. I'm genuinely worried they might try high velocity lead poisoning. And I was like, oh my god, that's perfect phrasing. I'm going to use that. And so I just started, like, jokingly, I was like, yeah, I'll turn that to my Discord status, for the lulz. Why not, right? I genuinely was like, nah, there's no way anyone would be stupid enough to try something, because if they martyr Trump, they only make whatever cause they like or dislike stronger, right? Well, as it turns out, there are some crazies out there who don't think that far ahead. Who could have seen that coming? So yeah, Alpha had that, like, down to a fucking T. High velocity lead poisoning indeed. The only thing that stymied it was Trump turning his head slightly to the right. Just a little bit. Just a little bit to the side there. And caught on camera and everything. What an insane time to be alive. Am I a Biden lover? No, not really. I was always of the impression that Biden was not all there. He was more there 4 years ago. But over the last 4 years, he's had a significant mental decline, and it's obvious. And that's just kind of how it is. I have worked with the elderly, who are, shall we say, also in the throes of cognitive decline. I am well aware of what it looks like. I had a car ride with my brother yesterday. We went out ate something for lunch, had a nice time. And I mentioned to him what that's like, because, I knew an elderly couple when I worked at a pharmacy a few years ago before I quit and became a content creator. And I got to know this one elderly couple, and they were really, really nice folks. This woman was like very sympathetic to, working your way through college. So she was just a very nice person altogether. And she gave me $100 tip one time because she was like, no, keep it. She knew what she was doing. She didn't accidentally give it to me. Like, she was fully aware of, she was being helpful. And I knew her husband. And one day her husband showed up to the pharmacy just out of the blue. He was puttering around like he was kind of meant to be there. And we standard procedure, we talked to him and we were like, oh, are you here to pick up a prescription? What are you doing, Mr. So-and-so? And he couldn't really tell us anything about what his intentions were or what his purpose for being there was. And we knew that was really bad. And sure enough, he had dementia and he began to really decline over the course of the next 2 years. And before the pandemic was over, he was dead. And that happens, And I'm seeing the exact same things with Joe Biden. That debate two weeks ago now, that debate is just like textbook. So no, I'm not a Biden lover. I'm well aware of what some people are involved with, what their circumstances are. I've seen it firsthand. Like, it's bad. Cognitive decline is no joke. The man shouldn't be president. Whatever you say about Trump, be that as it may, Biden's not any better. And then now we have this. We have this lovely little goose egg dropped in our fucking laps. Like, holy fucking shit, I could never have guessed they would try and kill some nut would try and kill Trump. Oh, god damn it. Pulled out my headphones. There we go. Sorry about that. I never would have guessed something crazy like that would happen. Oh my lord. Depends if we compare him to his prime. He negs Trump in all terms. I mean, at the end of the day, it just doesn't matter. We are where we are. Reality is what it is. Like, you can compare things to the past all you like. We don't live in the past. We live in the present. There is no future. There is no past. There is only the eternal present. And yeah, you can wax poetically about the past. You can think about the past all you want. It's not like the past and the present and the future are not important and interrelated, but that you can't lose sight of the fact that we live in the present, And I feel like that's what a lot of us are guilty of doing. We're losing sight of the present, and we can only live in the present, Think the elderly know about the Russia war? God, I hope not. God, I hope not. Has PTSD flashback to the end of First Intercrystal. You pay to see Jack explain GPT history to a demented 90-year-old? Holy shit. That would be... Oh, no, dude, no. I wouldn't wish any internet stuff on anyone older than a set age. Just because, like... Unless you frame it to them like it's a movie, they're not going to understand. They don't know what the internet is like. The internet is a foreign, mysterious world that has like very, very little to do with the world they live in. The extreme elderly have this separation from the internet that I kind of envy. I'm kind of envious that they don't have to live in the internet world. They have to live in this world, but they don't have the internet in their minds. We all have the internet in our minds, especially you young Zoomers with your Skibbity and your Ohio and your toilets and your Riz and your awful TikTok and all this other bullshit that you will end up having to put up with for the next 70, 80 years of your lives. The elderly don't have that problem. The extreme elderly are in 1920s, 1930s, 1940s, 1950s in some cases. They're in a unique sort of bubble. And admittedly, it's not good to live in a bubble, but like if you're at the very, very end of your life, okay, maybe we can hand wave that away. Like, you're allowed to live in a bubble for the course of whatever little of your life you have left. Like, I could be merciful. I can understand. But overall, no, we gotta live in the present. Can't afford to retreat into some sort of bubble into some sort of pocket dimension, you know. You gotta live in the present. God, I hate fucking falling. Anyway, yeah. Find it amazing 4chaners on the internet will go after people who abuse cats and inflict pain on. Yeah. Yeah, 4chan is a force. A tour de force. Tour de farce, maybe? I don't know. Good way to put it, perhaps. But yeah, I just put a fit video and see what happens. Oh, okay. Ex-grandkids is 20 years. Grandpa, who's Pyrobite? Oh my god. If I have any offspring and they ask me anything about 2B2T, I don't know that I want to tell them. I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. It's hard to say. I feel like with 2B2T, it's best to be, you had to be there kind of thing. For you guys who are already invested in 2B2T stuff, fine. But if you're a kid born well after 2B2T, like maybe it's best to just not involve you. I already have hang-ups with young kids being on 2B2T right now. Not that there's anything we can do about that, but you know, maybe don't let kids be on 2B2T. But I'm certainly not going to want to like draw them into it, you know. Unless 2B2T is no more. Like if in 20 years time 2B2T just doesn't exist and it's just like a bedtime story or whatever, maybe that's a little different. I don't know. But yeah, people still use 4chan. Yes, they do. In 2074, when Space Falcon 46 get griefed by Jared's great-grandchildren. Great-grandchildren? You think Jared will have great-grandkids by 2074? I mean, maybe. Maybe that's not too far off the mark. All right, Lightmatica, Baritone, do your fucking job. Do some fucking work. Ugh, I find it amazing, yeah, about all the things on the internet. Told your 70-year-old on about Skibbity Toilet. Am I going to hell? There's a distinct possibility, Snux. I can't rule it out. What the hell? Place! The stupid slabs are right under your feet. Place them! Oh, God. What is it with carpet? I tell you. Maybe it would be best not to use carpet. Like, maybe. I don't know. Oh, well, you say that, but 85% of the active players are between 12 to 16. Holy shit, are they? Has anyone done, in recent memory, any sort of big bad, you know, census in the last 2 years? I want to say, like, you would need census data from the last 2 or so years to be really accurate. Obviously, you could have census data that's older, but, like, I feel like we would need something more recent, you know, like a 2023, 2024 census. Is there an active effort going on for a census right now? Because I think there should be. I think there genuinely should be. Although, I don't know, how would you conduct a census without it being botted to hell and back? It's a bit iffy. Hard to say. He already has me. Why does he want grandkids? Oh, I'm sorry, Faxax. But people want kids and grandkids for a reason. You know, it's a human impulse. It's a desire. We all have our biological impulses. Having kids is one of them. And obviously having our children have kids of their own. Encouraging them, rather. That's just human nature. It's part of the experience. Part of being human. I feel like doing this by hand is just so much better, you know. God, I wish I had Baritone's speed, but my human brain accuracy. Are there any plans to make Baritone better? Because holy shit, it needs some sort of tweaking. Okay. I've intentionally held off on mapping ever since I started adding color. I've intentionally held off on, like, putting all the, I want to finish the outermost border and have that be like the thing that I map. Okay. If you know the player Toker, he said Jared was an old fag recently. Made a racist comment in 2B2T's chat back in the day. Yeah. I mean, that's how 2B2T used to be. Jared joined before I did. For a very brief minute. Like, Jared joined in 2011. He didn't play in 2011. He quit and then came back in like late 2012, I think. Early 2013. Which is why he has the name. But like, no, Jared joined before I did. He joined as Dark Joe. Written in Leet. And then I joined in early 2012. But I'd always been playing consistently by that time. And then when Jared came back, I didn't know who the hell he was, obviously. I recognized the name Dark Joe, but it's not like it mattered. He didn't do anything in 2011 worthy of like note. I just saw him in chat a few times in older videos and stuff. And the next thing I knew, he was on our tail, being a problem, little problem child. I had no idea he was as young as he was at that time. He was literally 12 or 13. Like, holy fucking shit. Couldn't have guessed. But then again, maybe I should have. I don't know. He acted like it. I should probably have, like, pieced it together. Oh well. I feel like the quality of player has degraded, you know? The Zoomers are not as good as the Millennials when we were players at that age. Younger, I guess. Most Millennials were in high school, not really, you know, later teens, not young teens. Whereas a lot of the Zoomers started when they were young teens. Also, is it raining? Oh shit. Oh, it just suddenly started raining. Weird. Huh. Oh well. But yeah, same, would have not played because it would have been scared of getting hacked. Oh man. Oh, I don't want to get hacked. That, like, literally the only people who were hacked on 2B2T are idiots who played with a ratted client, like InHack, Adolf client. Obviously there was the big, what was that? What was that hack that happened last year or the year before? It was a big deal. I forget the name of that client, but like people who played with that shit, you know, they were the ones who got hacked. But your average vanilla player, they've never been hacked. If you played vanilla on 2B2T, you were perfectly safe. Only people who downloaded shit from players that they did not check the code of, you know, there was a Forge hack related thing years ago. Like, if you downloaded player-made content, you got whatever you got. But if you were just an ordinary person, no, you were fine. Don't be silly. A vanilla player cannot be hacked. That's dumb. Cody Smiles almost always online. Well, I mean, that's because he's AFK. Cody is, I don't know, autistically dedicated. And also he doesn't want to pay the queue. Doesn't want to pay for priority, I don't blame him. So he uses methods to circumvent that. And you know what? That's admirable. He has like a year of playtime or something crazy. Can't much blame him. You just add the client easy. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're just careful, you're probably fine. Oh my god, I need more prismarine brick. I'm gonna have to go and demolish an ocean monument. There's just no way around it. I thought my AFKing at a Guardian Farm. Universon made me a Guardian Farm a while ago. I thought AFKing that would be fine, but guess not. Jack, why do 2B2T groups base applications when you're asking to join? They want to have some sort of official record of you joining and asking, I guess. I get why they do it. It is a little cringe, but like, I get it. You do need some sort of a process. You do need some sort of way to weed out the unworthy. There are so many people out there that are not worth your time who will just clog up the applications with like dumb shit. They're just not worth considering. Like, it just is what it is. Newer groups do it, but older groups kind of do it too. Just depends. You do need a process. Like, you can't live without a process because realistically, you'll be overtaken and destroyed within a week. Fuck. So I don't blame groups for having some sort of tryout or trial period or something like that, right? You need a method to weed out the unworthy. Most people are not worthy of entering your cause or championing your cause or what have you. That is the unfortunate nature of the internet. With shitters everywhere, that means you gotta prevent them from being in your place, in your midst. All groups are cringe? I don't know, it depends. I don't want to like lay down the blanket, if you're in a group, you're cringe. Like, no, I want to say most groups are cringe because they don't know how to be a good group. They don't know how to be a group worthy of anyone's time. Because most groups are run by children who don't know what a good group even is. They don't understand that the nature of a group is suffering and compromise, and quite honestly, managing the egos of all involved is not worth it. It's too much effort. I've had to do that before. There's a reason I don't do it anymore. Like, it's literally me and like a handful of other people who come and go as they please. And I don't try to control them. I don't tell them what to do, what not to do. We all just kind of have this, we give each other a bit of a wide berth and we collaborate where we want to collaborate. And that's it. Oh, damn it. Like, I feel like that's the best way to run a group. A loose association of people who are like-minded. But how do you get a hold of those? How do you do that? And the answer is blind fucking luck. You cannot force that. You have to have an understanding of how people work and a sort of charisma that you can't teach. You can't impart this to other people. You either have the ability or you don't. You know? So I don't know. Groups are cringe by and large because they suck. And until they learn to stop sucking, I don't know, I can't help you. Okay. Fuck, man, I've got so much room. All right, whatever. I'm eager to see what this looks like. I want to know, how does Void Apocalypse look? Okay, so this is how it looks with all the stone in place without any color. I did put in the metal pressure plates and the black and white wool for the text. But how does it look? Ooh, I like that. Okay, yeah, we got a little spray of light blue. Sort of a teal color. It's getting there. It's getting there. Got to put in all the grays and the darker blues. Got more of the whites going. Okay. Okay, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I might do a pass on all the black carpet down here. Just to see what that looks like. In fact, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Or just don't invite retards into your group. Yeah, but that's actually a lot harder to do than you think, Grav. Yes, there is a carefulness you have to have, but like there's the type of retard who doesn't keep their mouths shut, right? There's the type who can't control themselves. They're easy to control for. But then there are the types who will get a big head. They seem okay, and they are easy to disguise how bad they are. But then very quickly they get out of hand. And then suddenly it's like, oh no, actually no, they were bad. Oh shit, I couldn't have told you they were bad. They were just always secretly bad. And you can't realistically fix that, you know? It's not that simple. It seems simple on paper, but it ain't that simple in practice. It just is what it is. I'm gonna try plugging away more at the card art going forward for the rest of the stream, because I think the card art, since it's all flat, that's much easier to like figure out. And this is like 80% of the work is the card art. Once I get the frame all put in place, that's not changing between map arts. It's the card art in the bottom, in the center. That's what's changing the flat map. It should also be a lot easier to remove too. So like, we'll see. Void Apocalypse. In testing, Void Apocalypse turned out to be one of the stronger cards. Oh, whoops. Stop. Lightmatica. Do it again. Unable to do it. What do you mean unable to do it? Wait, is that all the... No, that's not... There's no way, right? I was about to say, like, there's got to be more black carpet I need placing, right? Oh my god, am I done with all the black carpet already? Impossible. Just don't play servers for retards by retards. Well, that's again easier said than done, Top Hat, because as I said before, this is really the only server worth playing. Like, all the history and all the intrigue and all the craziness, the retards help to make it less boring. It's very easy to say, oh, well, just don't do such and such. But, like, actually, no, it's more important to be in a place that has value. And 2B2T is one of the few servers that still has value. So, I mean, has Yu-Gi-Oh! Died? No, actually, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is still going strong. I don't agree with how Konami manages the game, because they, quite honestly, can't manage the game well. But, like, I will not lie, I enjoy card design, I enjoy what they have made so far. They just need people who will manage the game better, shall we say. They will never cuck your DD deck. I got bad news for you, Grav. Your DD deck is not very good. Right, it's a trial and error thing, I agree. And I like the Gmod build that you sent me on Discord. Yes, I loved it, Omar. Make more Gmod style block sculptures and like build a base around that. Like the antics of various people in Gmod, but with like Minecraft. Like Grav's base, or not Grav, sorry, Omac's base is very like unique. It's very interesting. I liked it. Heard you to get 121 pretty soon from what he saw online tab. Yeah, the tab here is saying 1 to 3 weeks for prep. Obviously, you know, my standard policy is I believe it when I see it. But, I mean, by and large, yeah, it's looking fairly close. Like, it could be very, very imminent. I don't know. We're at the back end of that 3-week period, so, like, we should be seeing something soon. Whatever that looks like. Now, it may be that 121 is still a month or two away because of various tweaking and, you know, outstanding things we are not yet aware of. Okay, fine, fair enough. But, like, actually, it could work. It genuinely could work. I don't know. Bro, what the hell? I used that like 10 years ago. What did you use? Gmod? Constantium and the only other... I mean, Constantium and Old Fag might work. But Constantium is looking like it's going to die. They need $400 a month to keep going. I don't know anything about Old Fag. They may still be okay. I've just not heard anything about them. In which case, that's fine. It's good to have more than one really nice server like 2B2T so that the competition keeps the servers going well. Hey, Mad Cherry Bro, welcome. Hey, Mad Cherry, I think I recognize your name. Were you here a while ago? Apparently it's going to rain for the next 2 weeks. Oh, well, I mean, that's how it is. Are you in a rainy season area? Like, I don't live in the tropics where it's the rainy season, but like some places in the world, it's the rainy season right now. Or is going to single-handedly keep Constantium living. Damn. Okay. I mean, if that works, that works. Yu-Gi-Oh! Creator died. Yeah, that was a while ago. I heard about that. He was diving in a really dangerous place. And he saw 2 or 3 people struggling, I think it was. And he dove in to help them. And before the authorities could get there, and they didn't know that he was in the area, and he drowned. That was very sad. Live in a cold climate, you can guess where. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, then that means it's the rainy, cold, you know. That's kind of what, that's what makes you cold. Like, the rain helps to mediate the temperature. Yeah, good progress is being made, yeah. Server's not as laggy. It's 115 ping. It's gone down from the 130 that it would normally be at, so that's something, I guess. I remember having trouble bridging with blocks, so I can do that now. So at the very least, like, some troubles are being mitigated. Ooh, okay. Got the shading. The black carpet shading is coming along well. Okay. Yeah, very, very neat. I like seeing it get built in real time. That's cool. Okay, so there's this one big side over here that's like black carpet. Nothing but black carpet. But that's cool. It's working. Yeah. I think GPT staff should regenerate the newer structures in the old chunks, such as trial chambers and bastions. I don't know about that one, Dots. I don't know, man. That got into some really dicey territory last year. There were a bunch of chunks that were culled, and that was, like, not good. I don't know. I went from 80 to 160? Jeez. Yeah, I went from 30 to 50 to 115. So, yeah, I had a big, almost 3 times level of increase. That was something. We don't even have rainy seasons, just bad luck, Levi. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I mean, you know, if you need rain in whatever climate you live in. There's no avoiding it. You need to have a rain. Rain systems need to happen at some point, or else your climate is miserable. It's just how it is. Have you seen the false falling packet maces? Ooh, they literally one-shot you with a full netherite. Unless you have totems, so a breeze ball can be used to offset or set off crystals and fly hack. Ooh, okay. Huh. Well, as long as it's like repeatable and not patched. Because see, here's the thing. We don't have that on 2B2T yet. So you say, you know, you have such and such happen. Well, as long as you have breeze balls, as long as you have this, you know. Oh, well, you can one-shot people with a mace using certain hacks. Yeah, we could fly with tridents too, until we couldn't. So, like, the idea of, you know, this or that exploit is really neat until it is no longer viable, at which point, for all the good that it does. I will believe it when I see it. Same with the update. When we got it, cool. If it's in my hands, cool. But until it is, I don't really have much else to say other than that's neat. That's a cool idea in theory, but in practice, we shall see. At the end of the day, it's always about what is actually possible in the real time, in the here and now. And until that is different, until things change or until things are better or whatever, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of room for what ifs, but there isn't a whole lot of room for actual reality. You made it to Fenrir. Okay. Welcome, Elmo. Glad you got there. I imagine there isn't a whole lot left of that place by this point, but, you know. That's neat. Only the structures. When the update's going to have to travel for... Yeah. When the update's live, you'll have to travel for a while, I admit. Hopefully I won't have to go too far, but I don't know. On the bright side, all you need to do is just X-ray for a ton of copper blocks. And then when you see a bunch of copper underground, you know you've hit pay dirt. So it's not realistically that bad, but you may end up having to kind of go a ways, like you said. And that is just the unfortunate nature of the beast. I would rather it stay that way than a bunch of structures try to get generated, because just generating the structures, I have a nasty feeling, will still fuck things up. Baritone, what do you mean you can't do it? It's right over here. Anyway, do I watch sports? No, I really don't. Not a sports fan. I've never really been into sports for the obvious reasons. I've always been a nerd. I've always been a geek. I've always been an anime weeaboo type. That's just how I've always been. I can't necessarily say I mind. Sports are fine. If I played the sport in question personally, it would be one thing. But I can't sit there and watch someone do a sport. I have to be doing it for me to care. Come on. Go to... There's black carpet right here, Blightmatica. Or Baritone. Come on. So we watch pro wrestling and X Games. Okay. That's neat. Can't say I know much about either, but sure. Okay, right over there. Jesus. Okay, I'm just gonna have to like start placing stuff that is not explicitly black carpet, and then the little chunks of black carpet I've missed along the way, I'll just knock those out as I come to them. What's a thing that's like really, really, really common? Is X-ray on future just wall hack? X-ray on future is block scanning, or like, I forget what you would call it. It's called search, but like it's a specialty sort of thing. It doesn't like show you the exact. It doesn't remove the rest of the world, I guess is the right way to put it. Oh, blue carpet. It highlights where the blocks are in world, and I prefer that. I don't like standard X-ray. But I get it. You know, standard X-ray has its purpose. Let's get rid of 2 stacks of blue. All right, cool. Okay, blue carpet black. We got lapis. All right, let's get some color up in this bitch. Man, in a perfect world, Baritone would have already completed this entire thing. It's getting there. Nope. The instant I step away, what does it do? It's like, no, I can't do anything. I don't know about that patch of color over there I need to fill in. No. See all this blue carpet? I don't know about this. I'm standing on top of it, you mean? No. I don't need to do this. What do I admire about Phospholipids builds? Oh my god. That style that she has developed is goated. I don't know what it is about how she developed that. It is fucking dope. I'm legitimately like the next end base, if we have an end update, next end base, I want her to give me pointers, show me design styles, like walk me through the process of how she makes stuff so that I can either emulate it or make it my own, incorporate it into my style, make a similar sort of like everything. Like I love it. And then obviously I would do a bunch of internal designing too, and so on and so forth. But yeah, like, there's just something about what phospholipid does. It's just superb. I know that Dawn Fuhrer has, like, in the past not appreciated her abilities, and that's unfortunate. But I do. Hockey is worth watching, same as UFC. Okay. What is that? UFC is Ultimate Fighting something or another? Mixed martial arts, I believe, is what that is. Or no, that's MMA. What is UFC? What does that stand for? I'm not well versed on any of this. I've heard there are a lot of people who like hockey, especially the more northern states. They like hockey. Need baritone X-ray? No, I think baritone needs to fucking, like, be optimized to not suck ass. It is MMA. I thought so. Well, that's good. Okay. Place that carpet. Yeah. Oh, damn it. We're out. Lapis and carpet. Place it. Okay, good. There's an area right over here. Perfect. You would think it wouldn't be this much effort or trouble to make a flat map, but God, does baritone increase that level of trouble. Ultimate Fighting Championship. That's what it stands for. I see now. I miss worst client days. Oh, I know. I miss Notice and I miss Vapid. Those were like some of the funnest clients I ever played with on 2B2T. I don't want to knock Future. It's a good client too. It's kind of getting to the point where I've played more with Future and more with baritone. Oh wow, there's a fuck ton of blue over here. I've played more with those than I have played with Vapid or Notice combined, because that was only like 2 years apiece. Because Notice was dead by mid-2013. Vapid was dead by 2015. Actually 2016. We had Nova for a little while, but that didn't last either. So, after that, it was nothing but Future. Aristois for a tiny bit of time, and then Future. Future. And that brings us into the modern day. And so it's like, no, actually, I've played almost as much with Future, if not more with Future, than literally any other client like I've ever had. Okay, well. It's time to swap these out. God, I love printing carpet. It's so cathartic. It's so neat. Short bus spot moment. Yeah, I know, right? Send me a screenshot of what Fenrir looks like. Oh boy. How bad is it? Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's Fenrir's seen better days, I will not lie. Oh damn, that filled my entire inventory up already? Holy crap. Okay, let's just let that thing do its job. I remember the one thing I did with Worst was that we figured out that you could use the macro feature on Worst to dupe when the drop dupe was happening, the 1111 dupe. Everybody was using the backdoored forge hacks, or in our case, we had Kino make us a very special version that was not backdoored. And we just used that for a time, and then we learned, wait, we can just use Worst. Like, Worst has literal built-in functionality for this exact thing. And then we did that, and it was fine. And we never had a reason to actually use any of that garbage. And it was like, well, damn, this is actually really dope. And so we never got we never got our stuff ruined by the backdoor forge hacks or any of that. And that was like the only really positive thing I can remember using Worst for. I remember having to stick with Worst in the early days of the Russia War because there were no better clients. Because we were in that client drought. And yeah, like, I don't really recall any other time where Worst was just like the best thing you could be using. At this point, I think it is pretty solidified. Rusher, Meteor, Future. Is there another client that's like really, really common, really popular, really solid? Am I missing one? Those are like the big three now. You're on one of those, more or less, these days. Am I wrong? Is there a thing I have miscalculated? No. Okay. Now I know there was a huge section. Let me go turn off the carpet duper. Base is more intact than you expected. Okay. Hate Crystal and PvP. Yeah, everybody does. Like, the PvPers who enjoy it only because it is a means by which to dominate their foes. But like everyone else who's sane, we can't stand it. End Crystal PvP feels so unfun and unfair because it's all split-second stuff. You are dying in such a quick succession. It almost feels like you don't have the ability to defend yourself. You kind of do, but you kind of don't. And it's that semblance of control, but not really. Like, that's the worst part. People feel like there is no value to trying it. Oh God, I can barely tell what's placed and what's not anymore. Okay, there we go. Check out the Pokemon Red game in Minecraft. Oh. No. Send me that on Discord, Dots. I don't remember that. I've been very busy, so like I'm sorry if I've like overlooked it or what have you. It may just simply be that I didn't think much of it at the time. There's a lot of stuff that I've been shown in Minecraft that I'm like, there's a lot to take in, you know? There's a lot going on. Real life is crazy. Minecraft developments are crazy. Like, Walrus. Yes, Walrus client. So glad there's Walrus client. I've never tried Walrus client, so I don't know how good it is, but sure. I'll take your word for it, man. Welcome, Ninja. Who would you say has the best builds on Discord? Or in the Discord? God, that's really, 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 really stiff competition. I would say it's probably Phospholipid. Hers is probably the best right now. But that, I will say, it alternates. It is not a singular person who is the best of the best of the best. Copperator's really, really, really good. Phospholipid is really, really good. Universen's really, really, really good. Like, it fluctuates, you know? It is not a set individual who is the best. And that's good. That's probably due to pretty good competition, solid, you know, sharing and planning. Just like a good overall sort of miniature community. There are a lot of people who are not on 2B2T who have shown me stuff. The people who did Kyoto weren't half bad. The people who... what's his name? Shit. Lord Dante. Lord Dante, Lord Arcadius. Their stuff's just really good, too. So, like... Yeah, it's something. Like... I don't know that I can award any one specific person best builder right now. Because it's always in flux. There's always people improving. There's always something new coming out. Like, if you'd asked me how good Copperator was a year ago, I wouldn't have thought a thing of him. Also, that was before a lot of the copper stuff and the steampunk style got really, like, finalized. So, no, honestly, I don't know, man. There are too many people, like, just on a whole other level. Keeping track of them all is also not easy. You finally escaped your bed trapping. Okay. Good job. Thoughts on alcohol and weed? Degeneracy. Don't drink, don't smoke. It's not worth your time. The plethora of health problems you will end up having with these are not worth it. The trouble and the damage it can cause to you is also just not worth it. The temporary escape and the pleasure that they grant is just not worth it in the long run. Whatever you get out of them in the short term is negated by long-term damage, in my opinion. You may agree, you may disagree, that's up to you. Thoughts on Trenbolone and MK67 and other steroids? I don't know the nature of exactly what those steroids do. I've never heard of them personally. Is it just like a testosterone therapy? Like what are they? I couldn't tell you simply because I didn't specialize in that kind of stuff. I was a very generalized medicine handler. I mostly just filled prescriptions and learned in passing what most of these drugs did. I know testosterone therapies can be valuable. They can be helpful. I know a lot of people who abuse them. Don't really know any much finer detail than that. I don't know those specific drugs or what they do or what they're designed to do. So I can't really tell you much. But, like, be careful. Any sort of hormone therapy is a double-edged sword. They are dealt with very carefully for a reason. People obviously want to abuse them because it gives them an advantage. It helps them in some way. Like, if you're going to use a therapy, you better damn well know what you're doing. That's all I'm going to say. Like, it's one thing to be, oh, well, I want to get fit. I want to get strong. I want to get muscular. I want to get jacked. But, like, be very, very careful what you abuse. What you choose to use will come back to haunt you. Most people taking that shit probably don't need it, if I had to guess. But then again, I don't know. I don't know what everybody's individual circumstances are. Mainly for bodybuilders. Yeah. I kind of was afraid you were going to say that, Omar. I would stay away from it. I wouldn't do that. That is, again, double-edged sword. You, whatever short-term pleasure or benefit you gain from it, you will likely suffer for. Doing it the hard way, doing it the legitimate way is probably best for you because you're not stressing the natural systems of your body. Putting stuff in your body that doesn't need to necessarily be there, everything in the universe, you can picture it sort of like a rubber band. The systems of the universe can tolerate some stress and some alteration, but that everything has a breaking point. You can very, very easily hit that breaking point by not doing what you should be. So, I don't know. It depends. Exercise your best judgment. It's the best I can do. Best I can say. I would stay away from any supplements that are unnecessary. If you have low testosterone just through your own, your own shortcomings, your own bodily issues, like, fine. Get it taken care of, that's cool. But if you're fucking with drugs, especially steroids, because Lamau, I want muscle, I would be very, very careful with that. That is such a double-edged sword. I think we're done with the mushroom and the black carpet. All right. What is a thing that I need but I don't have? Okay, Crimson Hyphae, Netherrack, Nylium. Let's do those. Nylium. Crimson Nylium. Warped Nihilium. So just go ahead and get all of it. Okay, good enough. Very into health and movement, going to study health science. Hopefully you get a PhD. Ooh. Kinesiology. Oh, wow. That is a very, very high-end field. If you can make it there, good. Good luck. It's probably going to be very, very hard and stringent and very like high competition. But that's how it is. Those are the fields that you have to be like at the top of your game at, because there are just so many jokers who will do a bad job. Ooh, baby, look at all that red. Pretty, pretty red. Kinesiology, things of that manner? Yeah. I'm now at the ruins of the spot where the almighty Kingaros killed Tristan. Oh, wow, that was at Fenrir? I didn't know that. Oh, that's funny as shit. Good job, man. Is there like a any sort of official and or, you know, is there a commemorative headstone perhaps? Some sort of like shit post, a sign? You know, is there any sort of like, Lamau, this is where Kingaros did Tristan in? Is there anything like that there? Because if so, that'd be dope as hell. And if not, if there is no such thing, you need to make it, Elmo. This is the spot where Kingaros murdered Tristan and made Pop Bob log out. Absolutely. High risk, high reward. Yeah. Yeah, very high risk, high reward. I get it, though. No, it wasn't Fenrir. You left Fenrir. This is a different spot. Well, how much farther away could it be? It was the longest my base has ever lasted. The Sea Spire. The Sea Spire was made in 2012-ish by some guy I literally do not know. I never copied his name down, and I kind of feel bad about that. The Sea Spire was a base that, even though I didn't make it, I appropriated it because the guy who was making it was all fed up with 2B2T for some reason. And he left, and he posted the coordinates in chat, and I was like, there's no way this is real. And I went there and checked it out, and it was 100% real. And I was like, oh, hell yeah, bruh. I'm going to take this. And so I stole it. Not really, he abandoned it. And I appropriated the hell out of it, and I was like, yeah, this is my place now. And so I renovated it over the next 2 to 3 years, and I just lived there. And that was it. And unfortunately, it didn't last forever. It got griefed in like 2019. Because, you know, these things happen. Nothing lasts forever, such is life. And I was like, wow, that was a really neat place. So it lasted from 2012 to 2019. And is, to my knowledge, the longest lasting base I've ever had my hands on. So we'll see. There may be other bases, there may not be. Only the future will tell. You can never know what your future holds. It was a spawn castle around 38k. Oh, well damn, I didn't know that. Instead of bundles, I'd rather have backpacks. You might end up getting your wish. Because they're adding bundles, and they may not be backpacks per se, but they might be just as valuable or just as versatile. I remember playing a backpack mod many, many years ago, and it was an equipable thing, and it was on its own unique slot on your back. And what you would do is you'd be able to place it down on the ground, and that's how you would access the interface. And so it was almost like a block you would carry on your back. It wasn't super valuable, but it was neat. This was a pre-shulker box thing, obviously. It was cool. It wasn't like a bad idea. Bundles might end up becoming better. I don't know. Mojang obviously needs to listen to the player base and, like, not fuck it up. We'll see. That may or may not happen. Instead, I used to base with these guys from Japan. It was kind of perfect because when I'd go to bed, they would be up. So we'd always have someone online. Oh, wow. Damn. Well, one of my base mates is in Australia, I believe. So he's able to be online when I'm not. But he doesn't play very, very, very often. He's here somewhat often. Hey, Marco Man. Oh my God. Yeah, I recognize you. It has been a while. What do I like about Hermitcraft Season 10? I like Ethos House, and I like Tango's Factory. There isn't a whole lot going on with Hermitcraft Season 10, sadly. It's okay. It's just not Season 9. There were a lot of really deep, interesting things about Season 9. And the season's not even a year old yet, so, you know, it takes time. It's like a fine wine. It has to mature. That sort of thing. I get it. But at the same time, it really hurts because I was so in love with Season 9. Seeing Decked Out 2 was just, like, superb. I loved what all that project was. Obviously, it influenced me to do this. So, like, it's got a soft spot in my heart. Decked Out 2 was fucking amazing. Cannot wait. Oh my God. I don't know how good this is going to be by comparison. But you better believe I'm making this into something neat. Oh, damn. Okay. I think I see what I'm doing wrong. It's just suddenly occurred to me. Load schematic. Void apocalypse. Materialist. Okay. Ignore spruce planks. Ignore stone. Ignore glass. There's a lot here. Okay, I think I should probably be going from the bottom up and getting rid of all the, like, small things, like two bamboo blocks, 8 lime carpet, 12 birch slabs, like really, really, really small stuff. I don't know, I kind of want to work from the top down and get the hard, higher end items done. And just, like, ignore everything that's not these top 5 most available things. But I don't know, for some reason, Lightmatica cannot say, oh, well, you need so much of this. Oh, well, you need so much of that. Like, I built the headstone. Okay, cool. Good job, man. Good job. Good job. What I was thinking of is telling it to ignore everything that's not exactly something in my inventory. So that's what, like netherrack. Ignore warp slab, like that. I don't have warped hyphae, but I will get to it. Clay, pressure plates, white carpet. There we go. Okay. Now I wish it would ignore the rendering too. Like, it would only render the blocks on my list. There we go. I don't know. I feel like Lightmatica and Baritone could be better. A lot better. What do I want in an end update? Oh my god. New biomes that are actually colorful and interesting. Black Mesa. Half-Life Black Mesa. Okay. That game had an amazing overhaul to the end game dimension, which was Zen. Zen was this really crazy, outlandish alien environment. just go look at Black Mesa Zen, okay? I want all 384 blocks of building space available, okay? Same level as in the overworld. In the overworld, we have 384 buildable blocks. That's from negative 64 to positive 319. Okay, so we have all this building space, and I would like for all of these new, 2 or 3 new interesting biomes, like what we got with the Nether update. The old end biomes as well. And just really decent attention to detail. Like crazy shit like, oh no, I'm out of warped hyphen. Damn it, that's not good. Crazy shit like new wildlife. Possibly, oh, we're out. Yeah, I need warped hyphen. Damn it. But yes, some way to like emulate that, but in Minecraft. That would be amazing. The full breadth of building blocks, some wild new biomes, and just really cool design. I feel like that would be enough. That would make more or less everybody happy. Unfortunately, it would leave big trails to older pre-122 or whatever it is end bases. But hey, you know, you gotta crush a few omelets to make an egg or whatever the hell the saying is. I feel like that would at least be worthwhile. Obviously, you would immediately have to run out to new chunks and build a base there if you're in the end, because you can't afford to build in old chunks anymore. Same with 1.19, you know, people building in the 1.19 area, or 1.12 area rather, they probably got a little more than they bargained for with the 1.19 update, but oh well. I feel like that would be good enough. Also, damn, I'm gonna have to grow a lot of nether trees. Send me a screenshot of some signs. Okay, cool. So how have you been, Marco Man? Do I consume a lot of Minecraft content? I try to, but there's just not that much good stuff right now. Like, we're not in a drought. It's just nothing super interesting is happening, you know? 2B2T is kind of in a sort of low, not a low point. Like, apart from 121, we're kind of like just waiting for something to happen, I guess. I don't know. It's very bizarre. 2B2T's... it needs something else, you know? I'm glad we're getting updates. I'm glad we're, like, in a good spot. The server's stable. It's save for, like, weird one-off crazy things. It's all stone. Do I not have any warped crimson hyphae? I do not. I may have used it all up. Oh well. And yeah, just like, I feel like we are in a good spot. We just need someone to do some crazy cool shit. Which is why I'm making this game. I want to be that someone who makes crazy cool shit. Like, this is me pushing the boundary of what was previously considered high end. You know, how many people can say they've made this really intricate, sophisticated redstone game? Like, basically no one. No one has yet made a decked out to scaled type of build driven by redstone and other crazy things. No one has yet done that on 2B2T. I plan to be that someone. Oh, you can't grow these when they're on... fuck. Fine, whatever. That's gay. It should totally be doable. Why can't I grow them on mycelium? That's stupid. Let's put that here. I've got to get the tools of the trade. My whore and my axe. 2BT time still a thing? No, that shut down a while ago, man. The 2B2T Times, I believe, was a compromised location. And so the guy running it was like, nope, not on my watch. You don't get to know where it is. You don't get to fuck with it. And they TNT'd it, and it is no more. It's very unfortunate. It's very sad, but again, all good things must come to an end. I wish I had the wherewithal to archive every version of the 2B2T Times that I got to bear witness to. I got to see several versions of the 2B2T Times before it went belly up. And I didn't think about it. Like, it didn't occur to me, oh yeah, no, this might be a thing we don't get to keep. No, the 2B2T Times will always be around. Didn't even last a year. What a mess. It's unfortunate. It was a cool project. Someone needs to take up the mantle and do their own version in a safer area. If that happened, definitely. But I don't know. I don't know if anyone's bothered. It might just be that we have to wait a while for someone to figure it out. Oh, welcome, Blas. If you made a schematic for each Z level or each block type, could you make it more efficient? Probably. But do you know how many hundreds of schematics that would produce? I am not sitting through that. It would be easier to just brute force building the damn thing than it would be to do it that way. Not that I don't blame you. Like, that's a good suggestion, just that it's highly unrealistic. It's bad enough I had to do it all the stone and then all the color. Most people just put up with making it all one schematic, and they just kind of get it done bit by bit. I don't see how you... I see, like, it makes sense to break it up into stone and not stone. But going any deeper than that is doable. If you are autistic and dedicated enough, it's doable. I just don't see any value in going that deep in when baritone will still likely be too stupid to get the job done in some cases. So I don't know. It's a baritone problem, if anything. I feel like baritone is the issue. It needs more TLC. Perhaps it's a render distance problem. Baritone just cannot see where it is, but I can see where it is because I've got render distance mods that'll help me with that. So I don't know. I don't know the deep inner workings of how this stuff functions. Might recreate something like that. Please do, Omak. That'd be so fucking cool. That would be so dope. You would become a hero overnight. Okay, get rid of this. Get rid of that. I don't really care about the shroom light. Sorry, Tass. I don't care about the shroom light. I'm gonna compost it. Get fucked. We had a chatter years ago who had, he was really good at building, and he was also schizo as all hell, and he used shroom light to amazing degrees, and he even kind of red pilled me on shroom light. He was an arch user, you know, that kind of autist, and he would always cringe and yell and scream if I would compost shroom light, because he's like, just go to a crimson forest, Jack. And the simple truth of the matter is that's not practical. It's much easier to grow it here. You know, homegrown terrorism, homegrown shrooms, homegrown mushrooms, homegrown issues. You know, it's much easier to do it in your own backyard than it is to go out to a foreign area far away and farm it there. Unless you live in that biome, I would rather just make the mushroom forest here. Oh, let me check something real fast. Okay. Ah, good job, Elmo. Good job. Yeah, you meant Y level. I understand. You could do a block type schematic, and you could do a Y level schematic. So all the multiple layers of the build. You could totally do that. I don't know how many different schematics that would produce and how much of your efforts would just be better spent making the damn thing and just put up with it, you know? I don't know. But at the end of the day, I feel like just separating it into its main two major components, stone and not stone, feels about right. That's enough effort saving that it justifies it versus, oh, well, let me make a schematic for every single individual material type. I feel like that's crossing the line a little. Because there's some materials I'm only using literally 3 or 4 blocks of. It's not worth it for that. Imagine the Trump news in the 2B2T Times. Oh, yeah. Imagine if Trump hadn't turned his head. Holy fuck. God damn. What do you think would have happened? Like, I know everybody wants to theorize and what if and all that, but like, how do you think that would have been if the unthinkable had happened? How would we be now? Where would we be today? Just a mere 24 hours, 48 hours, closer to 48. Just a few hours later. No problem. Thanks for the well put answer. Oh, you're welcome, man. Helps me too because I'm looking into getting big builds using schematics. Yeah, there are people who make unbelievable amounts of map art, and this is more or less what they have to do. Obviously, they have slightly more sophisticated tools in some instances, but like overall, I don't know, man. It's not that simple. 2B2T is geared toward preventing automation. Baritone is intentionally cucked. Printer is intentionally cucked. Like, there are so many things that are just not in your favor. Housemaster wants you to place every block by hand. And I'm sorry, we don't live in that age anymore. Ain't nobody got time for that, as that one woman said. I barely have the time to farm the damn materials as it is, let alone place them all in the world, let alone do a thing or two with Baritone to get it to work. Like, there will always be an arms race for hacks and exploits and the things that patch them. And I imagine for automation, because this is considered, you know, kind of in the same league, there will always be the anti-automation peeps who are like, no, this is not how Notch intended you to play. And I'm like, fuck how Notch intended me to play. I want awesome shit. I want to do cool things. I don't want to painstakingly do every little thing by hand. That would drive me insane. Oh, damn it. But I'm already insane, I hear some of you say. And to which I say yes. But I want to be a little less insane sometimes. I have never really had any luck getting bots to be fully 100% automated. I've always had to semi-babysit them. And I just once wish we could have a totally automated bot that is just 100% right on the money, does what it should. How do they cuck Baritone? It's mostly just how it moves through the world. The movement checks, the placement block checks, like, you gotta dot your I's and cross your T's. Otherwise, the server says, no, you didn't place that block. You didn't do that correctly. I did a sort of rough test with the text up there before stream. I was testing out printer. I use Ice Tank's printer. And I printed all of this text. You know, it's just simple black carpet on a plane of glass. How hard can it be? And it still fucked up and didn't place blocks, but client side it looked like it did. And it just would not work. And I had to log out and re-log in to reload all the chunks and get the blocks and bits of carpet that were not placed properly placed. Void Apocalypse was a nightmare to do with printer. It would do some of it, and then it wouldn't do the others. And again, I had to log out, log in, and get it all to be as it should be. And it did eventually work, but it took several passes. And it's just like, what the fuck? Why will you not just do what I want you to do? It would be Chaos, Daniel Keem. Oh yeah, DeSantis or Haley. Yeah, they would have to be the go. They would likely be the go-to people. DeSantis. It's either DeSantis or Marco Rubio. I feel those two would be the ones who'd be in the thick of it right now. Oh hey, Code of FTP. How are you? Yeah, it's a mad world, isn't it? Truly, the west of it was the best. It was the west of times. It was the blurst of times. That's how I feel it is. That is the world in a shell nut. Oh well. Can't help it. Some days all you can do is crack open a cold one, relax, lay back, and watch as the elites fuck you in the ass. Metaphorically, of course. But sometimes literally if you're in a very, very unlucky position. Just depends. What map art am I doing? I am doing this, Void Apocalypse. It is a card in my game that I'm making. I'm making 8 of these. These 8 unique cards. The only thing about them that changes will be the central sort of, you can't see it, it's directly behind me. Shit, actually, yeah, that's a good point. You all can't see that very well, can you? So yeah, it's mostly just gonna be a playing card that you will find it in my dungeon. I'm building a dungeon under my base, and you will end up seeing it somewhere in a random location. I have a system to randomize where these will end up, and you will end up getting the card, and then you will submit it into a computer, and there are a bunch of computers scattered throughout this dungeon. And really all it is it's just a barrel and then a dispenser, and you put it in there and it gets put into the dispenser, and you press a button and that sends it off to a processing area, which will then I'm blanking on the word. Which will then implement, that's the word. It will then implement the effect written on the card. The player will be imbued with all beacon effects for 15 seconds at noon, but only at noon. And I have ways of figuring stuff like that out. And yeah, that's more or less how it works. And also, there's a secret effect not written on the card, but that secret effect goes into effect when a lightning strike is registered while the game is active. And that lightning strike will enhance the abilities of the card, but the trade-off is it makes the dungeon more dangerous. So there are going to be 8 of these unique cards. Void Apocalypse is easily one of the strongest. We had Void Vanishment and Void Apocalypse in testing. Those two were like the best you could get your hands on. So yeah, that's the map art I'm making. These are not just map arts, though obviously you can display them if you wish. They are both advertising. It's a sort of memorial token for those who play my game. And also, it's a full-blown working piece of the game itself. You will find these randomly, and you will go, oh shit, I need that. Because that's a really strong, powerful thing. It's a card that does stuff. It looks cool, thank you. Hey, Air One, welcome. So yeah, I'm looking forward to how the game pans out when I'm done with it. I've got a lot left to build, but you know, I think we can make it work. Ah, fuck. I need to set the beacons up over here so that I can reach. Back, wrote a giant email giving a genealogy info, local history. Okay, cool. I hope something comes from that, Top Hat. That's really neat stuff. Netherwood is annoying. Yes, it is. I need to figure out a good Netherwood farm. I know there are a few on YouTube. I should probably get on that. Especially considering how much warped junk I'm gonna need. What's really annoying is how some of these grow really tall, and they grow immediately with like 1 or 2 bone meal, and then some of these take 50 bone meal and are like stubby little bastards. Cannot stand that. Also, I miss Trident Fly. God, that was so useful. I wish we could still Trident, just not like as abusively. You know, maybe you can't Trident Fly in the Nether, but you can still, you know, jump up on top of stuff. I love the jumping up on top of stuff aspect. Oh, you're back, Ani. Welcome. Did you hear my explanation about the card art and the nature of the map arts and what they're here for and all that? Wow. Bonk. Break your knees. Break your knees now. You're focusing a large chunk of your free time on the genealogy, local history stuff. Okay. Nice. Yeah, do it. Volunteer, man. Do something cool like that. That would be a great use of your time. Nope, explain it again. I might have to if he genuinely didn't hear it. I probably should, but we'll see. And then you get these really fucking terrible... Or no, wait, never mind. This is a decent size. I don't know. I kind of wish they were all choppable from ground level and you wouldn't need to pillar up or anything. I don't know. It's a pain. Oh, can I read your message? If you say no, you leave. Oh, I didn't see you, man. Didn't think asking for stats would be the hardest part. I know you know what I'm saying. I'll be back. I'm sorry, I didn't see you, man. Got some people on Discord for stats? Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you can ask people in my Discord for their player stats. Yes, I'm serious about helping you get player data. I'm sorry, Javazan, I didn't notice you. I've always been very bad about noticing people in the chat. Like, I try, but I'm so focused on what I'm doing, I genuinely miss so much. Like, I shudder to think what it would be like if I had 50 or 60 people here or more. It would be impossible to keep track of anything. But that's okay. I try. But yeah. You can ask people in my Discord for their player data. I assume you're exclusively looking for 2B2T related data. But I don't know. I don't know the nature of exactly what all you want, but you go ahead and get it. What's up, dude? Currently getting out far enough to base hunt in the end. Okay. Cool, Yoiko. Why care about player stats? It's an interesting topic. What are players doing with their time? Well, their stats reflect that. I don't know. You can't know until you ask. Until someone gives you an answer, I mean. Human brain is not made to multitask. That is very true. Is this 2B2T? Well, I don't know, average PCB designer. What do you think? Do you think this is 2B2T? It might be. Think I'll ever play a hardcore world again? Yeah, I probably will. Right now, I'm just not interested in hardcore because 2B2T scratches the itch. The whole reason I had a hardcore world at all was because that was my replacement for this. And I knew that. I knew that going in. I knew that years ago. One of the first things I did when I quit back in 2021 was I started up a hardcore world that was, to this day, it's still more or less private. I didn't really do anything on it. I thought to, and I probably would have if I hadn't started Anarchy Skyblock and a few other things. But like, realistically, the risk that 2B2T brings is just a whole other thing. I can't substitute that for something somewhere else. This is such a unique experience, like, it's just not the same. Like I said earlier in stream, this is the one server, in my opinion, that's worth playing. Oh wow, we got a decent amount of bone meal. This process of like bone mealing everything, at least it kind of pays for itself. I mean, I guess. Like in a weird roundabout way, it kind of pays for itself. Okay, I'm only going to do a few more mushrooms, I hope, to get to a stack of hyphae. Damn it. I don't really care about all the subsequent stems. I just want... Yeah, I want to have like a giant block of wood to mine. I feel like that's maybe more efficient. Bonk. Ban evasion. Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me read more on the chat. I'm bad. Have a chance to base hunt in the end at all? I don't base hunt because it's a waste of my time. Why base hunt when you can make your own? Right? Why go out to eat when you can cook because you yourself are a Michelin star chef? That's my thought process. Like, what on the hell am I going to do base hunting? I am the base maker. I am the person responsible for what you are hunting. Why do I need to do that for myself? Like, I can just do the thing all on my own, you know? So, yeah, no, like, I have zero reason to base hunt. I base hunted once, way back in 2013, when I was looking for imp space. Turns out I was pretty much dead wrong in my approach. And I was also kind of being lied to by a friend, not knowingly. And so, like, yeah, I just don't have a reason. Base hunting is so fucking boring. So awful. I don't want to do it. Oh wow, I didn't know it would generate stuff on the mycelium. That's so weird. That's like so crazy, bro. Estimate on when the project will be done? A month or... Oh man, I'm trying for the end of the summer. I have no idea if we'll get there or not, man. It might be a little bit into the school year. But that's okay. I'm alright with it being right around the anniversary of the 1 year of both the base and the server reset. Or the economy reset or the chunk reset or whatever. The undoing of Housemaster's influence. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. I'm going to grow all this bullshit and see if this is going to get me to my 4 stacks quota. Come on. But other than that, I don't know what to tell you. I'm aiming for what I'm aiming for because it seems realistic. But you know how humans are. We are really, really bad as an animal, as a species. We are really bad at making appropriate estimations. Our guesstimating power is fucking terrible. So my estimation of, oh, well, by the end of the summer, I'll probably have... No. I'm probably at least 2 months out from this thing being done. Because there's another part of this that I've not really talked about, and that is finalized beta testing, which I've already got hermetic lock down to help me do. Which, that means I have to have a finalized built game, and I don't have that yet. So, until I'm there, and that's just to figure out if there are any bugs that 2B2T that are 2B2T unique. Like, we have a working prototype in a single-player world, and I have a working schematic of the prototype. But we still have to test it on 2B2T proper to see if it's actually going to work or not. So the simple truth of the matter is, we may be 3 to 5 months out from it being done. Like, totally finished. Oh no. Why are YouTube... Okay, YouTube is just being retarded. Is YouTube connecting? I'm getting like the spinny thing on my preview. I hope it's good. As a base hunter, that sucks at base hunting. I haven't found shit since December. Ouch. That's unfortunate. Hey Shia, welcome. It's been a little while. Got lots of wart to recycle. Does that nether stuff grow without light? Yes, it grows without light. It doesn't matter. Can you roof it and have a flickering redstone light? That way you can bone meal the ground and it would pop up everyone. No, it'll grow. It'll grow if you bone meal it, no matter what. But when you bone meal the nylium, you do not get... Hold on. There we go. Sorry, the YouTube thing was being bad. Anyway, when you bone meal the nylium, you get a random chance of the nether crimson root thing showing up or a mushroom. You do not have a guarantee anything. It's just whenever you bone meal it, you get what you get. Anyway, what'd you say, Shia? Donate last dollar I have on me to you? Oh, well, thank you. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate it, though. You didn't name yourself Cum Addict again, did you? Because if so, that's a bit excessive. Okay. I think that's enough on the bone mealing for now. Not with Shia. Okay, good. That's fine. That's fine. Since they were newly generated after the last server update. What was? Just enable block ESP for copper ore if you want to see where new chunks are. Yeah, exactly. What Snux said. That is more or less like the surefire way to find new stuff, because all the new stuff is like super obvious. Oh, I had fungus here. Well, shit. Okay, let's turn these into planks. It isn't much in the way of planks, but hold on. Okay, 3 stacks of crimson hyphae. Surely this will work, clueless. Did you spawn mason the materials? No, I've been farming up my materials. I haven't needed to go get quartz, if that's what you're referring to. Or ask the Spawn Mason grant program for help. I haven't needed to. I think I can do it all on my own, more or less. It may take a little time, but I think I can do it all on my own. How told I to take you to finish Space Valk? In my own world? Ooh, boy. That's like 3 years. So the 4 years I played with it on 2B2T plus the 3 years I took to finish it. Or rather get it to a point where I was tired of looking at it. Yeah, that's about 7 years working on that base in total. So about 3 years' time, from 2020 to 2023, more or less. And yeah, I don't necessarily, you know, I don't say it was time poorly spent. Like, I enjoyed it. But I really burned myself out on Space Valk 3. And now my throat is hurting bad. I hate that. I think I scarred my throat yesterday. I swallowed a bone, I'm pretty sure. I had ribs, and it was really good, and I think a fragment of it like broke off when I was chewing. And I felt it like scrape as it went down. It didn't feel good, and I woke up with a sore throat this morning, so... Ugh. Fun stuff. I stand corrected. I misunderstood the question. Too much coffee. Okay. Okay, I think we're done with a lot of the highly red, bright red colors, and most of the blues. We're done with a lot of the blues and the reds. Now I think is the time for terracotta. Oh, warped. I need warped hyphae. Damn it. It's the little bits of stuff that you miss, you know? That's what adds the most time and trouble onto these. Okay, was that blue carpet? No, that's already finished. Shit. Alright, whatever. Alright, so that's as much red as I got in place for now. I need more prismarine brick. Get the crimson planks. Let's get... Maybe I should do the terracotta now. Yeah, let's do black and red terracotta. There's probably not much red. What other colors am I looking at? Yellow terracotta, light blue, blue, some greens here or there, a little orange. Yeah, it's mostly black and yellow. Black, yellow, blue. Okay. So I'll only keep a stack on me because I'm sure there's more. Got there. Black, yellow, blue. Yellow. Actually, let's do yellow. Probably fine. And then the crimson slabs. Return the slab. Okay. Like Matica the map art. Does Easy Place work? Hell fucking no. Housemaster has cucked. All forms of help and use and value you would get out of any useful things you will not get an Easy Place. Also, I need that crimson hyphae back. You will never have an easy time of placing anything onto BGT. God, I wish it did. I wish it worked, man. I really do, but it just doesn't. Watch my Elytra. Yeah, it's breaking. It's fine. If anything, fuck it. Come on. Here we go. Eustace bag. Yeah, I know. What's your offer? Complete the map art. Return the slab. Do I still have the server's first Elytra? Yes, I have it on my alt Berserker. I don't have a reason to use it. It's still there for all the good that it does. Oops. There. Yeah. Basaka. I just call it Berserker because it's in reference to the Fate Stay Night anime. It's whatever, really. I have a terrible attention span in most things that matter, but I can get really autistically obsessed with one Minecraft build for a while. Yeah, that's probably a good trait to have. If you can learn how to funnel that into some sort of creative endeavor, you might be able to do some really amazing things, Snux. Oh, hey, OP Legends. Is it possible to make easy place since you can air place? Someone just has to go and make it. Maybe, but again, I guarantee you it's cucked. I guarantee you it's cucked in some manner. Like, you might be able to place 1 or 2 blocks and the server doesn't question it, but if you're doing a bunch of shit to make, like, this map art, the server will cuck it. I use Ice Tank's printer. Ice Tank's printer is not reliable. Like, it just isn't good enough. It's just so unfortunate, but it is the truth. It's just not good enough. After the Gmod build, I'm going to see if we can start the 2BTT times with a different version. Neat. By all means. The Gmod build is where he's got a bunch of his player models and friends' skins, and they're like playing around with the physics gun. They're just block sculptures. That's all they are. But like, it's really neat stuff, really well done. It's in the Minecraft style, sort of like the 3D animations you would see, but it's like a moment frozen in time. It's really cool. I like that. Only issue with TBT Tims now is that anyone else can lock the map. If they lock their own map, that's on them. Don't be retarded and lock your own map. Like, if anything, that would be a good thing. You want some amount of your 2B2T times in circulation to be locked over the course of the circulation, you know, backups, in other words, archived versions of the 2B2T times. I wish I had done that. Put it in my Discord, yeah. Okay. It's like watching a spider spin its web slowly but surely. I'll show you guys here shortly. I'm going to end stream here in a minute. I'm going to show you when it's done placing all this yellow terracotta, what it's trying to do, what the end product of this map will look like. I have a finished product in single player. So, hold on. Not done. It's a very vibrant map. I like how it looks. Oh no, is that all the yellow terracotta? No, there's little bits over here. Oh, right there. It's very difficult to make out what it is depicting. So, like, if the map art is hard to make heads or tails of, I'm sorry. It's just, this is what Map Art Craft came up with that looked the best, given the starting image. So, like, oh well. These are all based off of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, in case you're wondering. The reasoning for that is Decked Out 2, which is what this game is heavily inspired by. Decked Out 2 had playing cards that altered your abilities and stuff, and those were heavily based off of Magic the Gathering cards, because Tango Tech was a Magic the Gathering player. And I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player, so I'm basing my cards off of Yu-Gi-Oh instead. And they're really, really close. They're really interesting. I like how it turned out. It's a pain to make, but like, I think it'll work out. I think the cards will be long after the base is griefed and you can't play Escape the Jack Rooms on 2B2T anymore. Long after that, I think the playing cards will still be, because they'll still be in rotation. They'll still be in circulation. I think those will be like the best lasting legacy of the game. At least I hope. No idea for sure. Whoops. Because at the end of the day, that's the beauty of the cards. They are both a playing piece and also a map you can just throw up on a wall. You can enjoy it. You can show it to your friends. You can trade with them. You can, you know, advertise my game by going, oh yeah, that's that weird map art Jack made. Oh, it's a series 1 of 8. Oh yeah, that's right. There was a whole fucking game about these. You can play it, maybe. Obviously, I'll release the single player version one of these days when it's all finished. But you get what I mean. Like, it's good advertisement. It's a good sort of memorabilia. You know, people make map art just to make map art, and that's cool. But how many map arts have a literal game incorporated into them? And I don't mean like a tabletop game. I mean like a full-blown experience mediated by a ton of complex redstone. Like, really in-depth stuff. You just don't see that. I hope to set some sort of record or trend. Oh, hey, Anarchy server. How is it going? It's all right. I'm making baritone do my bidding. Bidding tone, if you will. Neat. It's too stupid to understand that 5 meters to its left it should be placing a block there, but whatever. So I hate having to go over and manually review every little spot it needs to be performing on, but could be worse. At least I have something that kind of gives me an efficiency boost. It's a little bit of an efficiency boost. It isn't much, but it's something. What's printer? It's a mod that makes it to where you can place blocks, but I warn you, on 2B2T it's very inefficient. I've had better luck with baritone. Printer will inadvertently make ghost blocks, and that's really bad. I don't like that. Ghost blocks are the devil. Satan, if you will. A trading card game. It's similar to that, but it's predominantly meant to be around, centered around a redstone-driven game. It's not meant to be a trading card game on its own. We've already got playing cards. Who was it? Was it THC Free or it was High? It was High at Work. High at Work has already made the standard bicycle 52 card deck. You know, the playing cards, the 4 suits, king, queen, spade, ace, etc. All that shit. Like, that's already made as map art. So that's not really like... Baritone, what the fuck are you doing? Place break, place break, place break. Fuck off. Glue sniffing retard program, I tell you. Aha. Here is Dat Hi-Fei. I could make a trading card game on 2B2T with a bunch of map art. That wouldn't actually be a bad idea. Oh, fuck. Not enough. Keep going. I could import Yu-Gi-Oh cards into 2B2T. Unironically, I could do that. I'd have to be careful. And obviously a bunch of people would need to know how to even play Yu-Gi-Oh in the first place. But, like, theoretically. So I don't know. That sounds like a lot of effort, but like it could be really cool. Oh shit, cherry wood. I need to get cherry saplings. Well, I think I have some already, yeah. I remember using baritone to go down the highways. Oh yeah. Baritone down the highway was like child's play. This is a more complicated thing. Like an escape room. Yes, it is very much an escape room. Sigmund Fraud. What does that have to do with anything, Ani? Okay. I want to say we're done with these colors, but we'll see. So I need red carpet, I need a bunch of purple carpet, I need a bunch of pink and orange and yellow carpet. Oh my god. Okay, well, for now, I'm just gonna call it good for today here. We got a decent amount of work done. Whoops. Let me take it off. So this is pretty good, you know. This is a pretty good amount of effort. I'll probably finish this card up today off stream. I'll lock it, make it good. I don't know, I'm probably not finishing this card today. There are too many materials I'm gonna have to go farm up. Oh well. Still looks good though. Still looks really fucking good. It'd be cool if people place maps along the highway to create an animation as you walk. Yeah, that'd be neat, Seal. That would be neat. But there'd be too many people who would destroy those maps or ruin the animation. So I don't know that you would really get that effect super strongly. But it's a cool idea. You could always like do that at your own base. Set up a rail line or something like that and fly down it. Walk down it, what have you. But anyway, okay, let me quickly go show the actual finalized product. Have fun on the trip. I'm not going on the trip. Can you verify which ones you're missing? Lightmatica placement? I might have to. Come on, load. Here we are. Ooh, baby. Okay. So this is a world download of my base. And this is where I set up all the schematics and all the junk for said schematics. So this is the blank stone template, the stone skeleton, if you will. And then this is what each and every single one of these will look like when they're done. And so these are the maps, the actual maps, as well as what the cards will look like when they are done. Like when the game is ready to be played. I think this one turned out really good. This one's very pretty. Void Blaze turned out pretty good. Expansion is pretty decent. What is it? Feast is really hard to tell what's going on, but it's like a giant fire and a monster is eating that fire. Hard to describe. Void Imagination was pretty decent looking. And then Seer is one of my favorites because it's one of those monsters being besieged by fire on all sides. Turned out really neat looking. And then Void Vanishment, which is the birth of a new creature from this creature. But it's pretty cool. The art turned out well. Map Art Craft did its best. You know, it turned out as good as I think it could for a 1x1 map art. I couldn't do more than 1x1 because it's a game piece. You wouldn't need 2 maps or 4 maps or whatever depicting a picture. There's no point in that. I just need the one map that the game will then process and do stuff with. So for example, way down here I have the working prototype of the game underneath my base. Oh my god, so much redstone. This is the card processor. This is where the magic is made. This is where the magic happens. Holy shit. Please load in. Here we go. So yeah, this is the logic processors. This is how the game knows that there are cards in play, This is how it gives you your effects as dictated on the cards, as well as the secret lightning effects that all cards possess. And yeah, you guys can go check out the streams related to those if you so wish. I spent a lot of time making this place. And yeah, I'm very proud of how it turned out. Pretty fucking dope. It's pretty fucking dope. This is all going to be under my base. I don't want to fly back to the base because I'm ways out. But yeah, I think that'll do. I'm going to go get dinner. I'm going to do some stuff and then grind mats and then do building and all the usual garbage that I do when you all are watching. So yes, thank you all so much for coming. A moment of your time. I do appreciate you. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, ring the notification bell, join me on Discord. Feel free to join our Discord and all that. And yeah, other than that, I will catch you all later. Y'all take care. Goodbye.